Okay, my friends, so this is a little sheet I've put together it's in Excel. I haven't quite figured out how to get this in the sheets yet. Some of the commands just don't work. And what it actually allows us to do is just analyze the air in the classroom that we were just studying. So let's look. We figured out we had a 7,500 cubic foot room. Okay, I'm going to put that right here in cell B2. And then over here, this is likely the same number you got back in your project. How many liters of air in our room? I just used the Excel command convert. It's a pretty cool one. I'm not going to bother teaching it to you in class. Probably, I might. I don't know. It's the same as in Sheets. It's a little tricky with the syntax, but other than that, okay. Breathing volume in liters. I just put a 0.5 there because that's what I Googled. That's about the normal male respiration. What's it called? Tidal breathing. Tidal. Number of room occupants. We had 29 because I was in there too. And right now, assuming that we haven't taken any breaths yet. So let's say this is the moment that we are sealed in the room together. All right, so down here at the bottom, it's going to keep track of that for us. We've taken 0 breaths. That means that there is 44,386 and 2/3 liters of oxygen. So what that is I took the volume of the room, which is in liters, and I took that 20.9% of that, and that's what you get down here. And that's what it tells you. Over there, that's the percent of oxygen that's in the room. Currently, this is before we take any breath at the moment the room gets sealed off. All right, let's all take one breath. It does take the spreadsheet a couple seconds. You'll see why as we go through. There's a lot going on in the background here. Okay, so after we have taken one breath, you can see the oxygen level just changed a little tiny bit. It went from 44,386.657 liters to 44,385.9465 liters. So it went down a little tiny bit, which makes sense. We just breathed some of it. Now, remember, we also sent some back. We breathe in and then send back. We consume about 5% of the oxygen that's available to us at any given time. Now, looking over here at the percent oxygen in the room, it looks like it hasn't changed, but move out the decimals a little bit. We can see, yep, it did change a little tiny bit. It just changed so little that it's hard to notice to 2 decimals. But it did go down a little bit. Remember, we are converting that gas, our lungs are converting that gas. And if we continue to change, we can take 2 breaths. See what happens after 2 breaths. Give it a couple seconds to catch up. Now, again, the amount of oxygen went down again. If we give it a couple more decimals, we'll see that it did go down again. It went from 20.8997 to 20.8993, and so forth and so on. I'll change these to the correct number of decimals as we go. Let's take 10 breaths. What the hell? Let's just take 10 breaths altogether, and that's what's going to happen. What do we say? 14 breaths per minute. So let's say we each take 14 breaths in a minute. And, there we go, caught up. So we are now down from a high of, let's give ourselves a few more decimals here. We were down from a high of 44,386 liters. We've lost about 10 liters of oxygen after a minute. We went from 44,386 to 44,376. 10 liters of oxygen. And the percentages also went down. Let's see what they went down to. Dropped from 20.9 to just below 20. I mean, it's going down, but it's still, everything rounds off to 20.9. Okay, hopefully you can see where this is going. As we breathe, the oxygen decreases and the percentage of oxygen decreases. Okay, read on.